Okay, so now we're going to introduce the most important part of any martial art or self-defense. Blocking. Making sure you do not get hit. Remember, if you get hit, you are losing. It's that simple. So what we're going to do, the battler is a very strong defensive weapon. You present a wall, you can throw up a wall which you can hide behind. Remember, you're going to be preferably blocking with that edge. So with low blocks, you're going to often catch in there. High blocks, you're often going to get in there. But that's the preferred area. So when we're hiding behind a wall, anything coming from this side, push out that way. Preferably turn the body a little to meet it. So all you're going to do is just push out. If you're coming from natural guard, come up. Anything from this side, same thing. You just go turn, meet the blow. Keep the arms in, locking them, and that will give you a lot of strength to receive a strike. Anything that's coming either vertically, rising, you can push off in that direction at your leisure. And same with the thrust. If you're doing a lunge or thrust, you're just blocking off, shifting the wall. So remember, if you can, all we're doing from that wall guard is just pushing off to the side. It's that simple. So I have a volunteer who's decided to come and help me, Chris, and we'll do this with padded stuff so we can get a bit more energetic without killing each other. So when attacking, there are 9 basic strikes, so we're going to be using a two-hander for the reach and things. So the first we're going to deal with is the upper quadrant strike. Coming right to left. So blocking that, all you're doing is just pushing across. So if it and blocking in there. So if he comes in, notice the body evasion. Okay, again. Okay, the second strike is the low flat strike from the right. Again, we're just blocking in here. All we're doing is just shifting off to that side. Remember, the closer you can block to the hilt, the better it's going to be for yourself. The absolute best preference is if you can block their wrist. Okay, the next bit is the lower quadrant coming from the right. This one's coming up here, going to cut you in half. So again, just blocking on here if you can. So just bring it down a little. Then the same from the opposite side, from the left upper quadrant. Just shifting it across. The left flat strike, baseball swing. You can, part of the reason for shifting is just so you can brace it very strongly with the arms, so it's coming down the length of the arms, not across the arm. The next one is the lower left point. So when you, the next one is the direct overhead strike. The major problem you have to watch out for here is you can get confused which way to send them. Remember, you only have to shift them about half the width of your body. So usually, if it's coming in, it's usually going to be falling one side or the other, usually. So if it's the left, you push left, it's the right, push right. If it's coming absolutely straight down the centre, take your pick. Okay, so coming in. And then the same with the low rising. Normally, this one people will go to one side or the other. They will have a natural preference. You're wanting to get low. And preferably out of the way. And the final one again, the lunge. If they're doing a straight thrust, Usually it's going to be going to one side or other of the blade. So all you're doing is pushing it whichever way it's on. So that's, believe it or not, the basic blocks. You can get much more complicated, but as a rule, you try not to oppose force except on the baseball swings. You try to block close to the weapon as possible. Partly this aids your counter-attack. And anything else? The result.